I remember pulling up, seeing the bus for the first time when we went to go check it out in Georgia. And we rounded the corner and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, we're actually buying a bus. And I have to drive that
He was like,
thing.
what are we doing? And I was like,
Yep.
we're doing it.
I was like,
it's gonna be fine.
We're really doing this. This is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then getting it back, and it was sitting there for a week, and I just kept thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, what did we do? Like, you know, but we just started doing it. We started working, and I never stopped researching. Eventually, it just kind of became fun, and I enjoyed doing it. Before we went tiny, we had a house, and it was the first house together. Then we decided to sell it and move away to another town. But we didn't get the bus immediately after moving. We got it a few months later.
About 3 months into the build, our apartment lease was up and we didn't want to pay rent anymore. So we moved out of our apartment in a rainstorm into the bus/storage, parked the bus at our new location, and then drove to Charlotte to hop on a flight to Paris for our honeymoon.
Yep.
All in one night.
all in one night.
And we moved into the bus once we got back from our honeymoon.
That was it. None of this existed at all.
Yeah.
And we ate oatmeal from a pot on the stove as our first meal in here, just using the wooden sticks, the spatulas.
Yep.
So, yeah, now we're a little bit farther along than we were.
Yes, so that was 3 years ago.
It's a 2002 Thomas MVP EF, so front engine. It's got a 20-inch roof raise on it when we got it from the guy who was starting the conversion. It's not a normal school bus door anymore. This door is custom fabricated by us, and it's probably the heaviest duty door that you will see on a rig. It is made out of tube steel and sheet metal, and it weighs a ton. All of our magnets, our stickers, we put on magnet sheet, and then they travel with us on our door, and if we sell it in the future, all of our magnets come with us. On the door, we've got not quite a smart lock, but pretty close. It's got a number keypad, so you can make up a key code. You can still unlock it using a normal key, or we have 2 remote fobs, so we can unlock it if we're a little bit of a distance away. In addition to that, we've got a smart doorbell system, which a lot of buses might have doorbells on them. They're not common, but you do see them on buses a lot. We just put our new logo on our bus that we had a friend of ours make, and in addition to our little magnet social media stickers that we can move around if we don't like the place of. It is the only bus window left on this bus, the original bus window. It still functions and slides open and closed, and it's also an emergency exit window if need be, and it's right next to the passenger's jump seat inside. We just recently added a window door awning that kind of serves 2 different purposes for us. 1, it's nice to be able to walk outside and not immediately get rained on if it's raining. And 2, it keeps the heat off of the windows on the door and on this window. Our latest addition to our front of our bus is our little porch area. Moving down the side of the bus, we have basically our outdoor living space that is made possible by this 21-foot Solera awning. It's powered, so we can just push the button on the inside and roll it in and out. It has a smart LED strip up underneath here, so we can control that from our smart system inside. Coming down the side here, we have 2 flip-down tables. This actually used to be a bigger table. That piece and this piece were one, but we decided after we finished our underbody storage that it would be better served if we kind of chopped it up and put it into 2 different spots. It can flip down against the side of the bus, and when we're driving, it doesn't bang around or anything. It just sits there nice and stable. In between the tables is the beginning of our underbody storage. This was not here on the bus previously. This was our latest and biggest project that we've ever done on the bus in terms of modifying it. And I'm not a welder by any means. I welded a tiny bracket on the back of the bus before doing this. So I learned a lot in the process. Everything from the frame of this underbody storage to these doors is all custom fabricated by us, and it gives us so much space under here to finally store all of our outdoor gear. Pretty much everything that you see out here will pack into this underbody storage. We have a special tire table too. We got this at Overland Expo and thought it was pretty cool. Also, a little bit about the grill. It is kind of smart. It does have Bluetooth, and it runs off of a little lithium-ion battery pack. A little bit more on this side. We have a new awning stabilization system that I put on this time around because I pretty much had to replace a lot of our awning, got damaged in a windstorm, and I really wanted a solution to make sure the wind couldn't take this away. So this is very easy to pack away. It's a save-on system. It just screws into these top little brackets so you can unscrew these poles quickly, toss them in the tube storage under the bus, and roll your awning in and go. So I would recommend this to anybody. So the cost to build everything, it's always been an estimate for us. I started keeping a spreadsheet in the very beginning, and
that went by the wayside.
Yeah, that quickly just all in. We're kind of estimating now that we have maybe 70 to 80,000 in the whole bus. That includes the purchase of the bus. Like, we got a really good deal on the bus.
That's all in with solar, everything.
Yeah,
included,
everything.
So.
And going off grid like this, it is more affordable than most people think. It's just the labor cost is what also adds on to that, and that's why, you know, you're paying 25, 50 grand for a solar system. If you can learn these skills and just do it all, I mean, it's relatively cheap compared to buying a $200,000 motorhome.
Yes.
On the back, we've got another one of our mini split condensers. We have another one up front that runs the front unit. It's tucked up underneath the bus, so you can't really see it. And we have 10 commercial size panels. They are larger than what you normally see on a house. So if you're ever driving around and you see a bunch of solar panels in a field, that's the size of panel that is sitting in that field. We got a pallet of 10 of them from Signature Solar, and you'd think they'd be pretty expensive, but honestly, they're, you know, probably under $2,000 for all those panels. Not a bad deal. It's like $150 a panel. They're 530 watts each, but they're bifacial. So there's these little slits in between the solar cells that you see up top that let sunlight shine through, and they'll bounce off the white roof underneath and back up onto the back side of the cells. And under ideal conditions, it could generate up to 20% more power. So even though our total array size is 5,300 watts, we've actually seen under the best ideal conditions, 6,000 watts plus out of this whole array. It's just the standard rear bus door, but it is also our garage and electrical cabinet and our water storage, which is behind that wooden wall. We have a battery stack over here of our 24-volt system. It's all the EG4 server rack style batteries. We have 20 kilowatts of energy storage, 800 amp hours, thereabouts. We have 3 solar charge controllers. The 2 largest ones operate in sets of 4 panels. And behind this wood panel, we've got a 100-gallon freshwater tank. We're gonna increase that once we kind of do our interior remodel of the back half. We might add another 100 gallons. On this side is more of the service side of the bus, just like you'd find on a normal RV. All of the hookups are on this side, so we have a 30 amp shore power in here, which runs into our inverter. So if we need to plug in at a campground or plug in our generator, we do that here. We have a fresh water fill behind this door. We have an instant tankless propane water heater. This is a standard size that you'd find in an RV. So again, crossover between the RV world and the skoolie world. We use a lot of the same stuff. This is our air intake for the incinerator toilet. This is just basically a dryer vent from Home Depot that we repurposed into an air intake vent. We have 100 pounds of propane behind this door, and it's a horizontal mount tank, just like you find on a lot of motorhomes. Over here, all this is just a flagpole. It has cam locks to raise and lower it, and up on top is our Starlink dish and a pan tilt zoom camera that has a 16 times optical zoom. So I just say that that's my wildlife camera. And additionally, we have another section of flagpole on the other side, which has our Tempest weather station on the top and a Ubiquiti access point beneath that. And we broadcast not just our Wi-Fi, but when we're at events like this, we broadcast a free guest network for people to connect to. We're back to the front with our awesome TheBeersBus sign that is LED backlit. And then that's pretty much it.
I just wanted it to feel like home, so we wanted to make it feel cozy and warm and open. But I mean, that was my biggest priority. I just wanted to be comfortable.
Yeah, we didn't want it to seem like it's a bus inside, really. I mean, that reality is hard to escape because, you know, it's a bus. But when you step in, we want it to seem like, you know, it's our home, you know, and that's the one thing that people say when they walk in is like, wow, this feels so different. Like it's, you know, does not look on the inside like we thought it would look like from the outside. It feels like a nice, cozy home that is like lived in. And that's the whole point.
This is kind of our little entryway area. I decided to do little like rock tiles. It just was a cute little entryway thing. In our stairwell here, we modified this. We had insulated it and put on just some peel and stick tile and some removable carpet that's easy to clean. Over here is the driver's seat. It's an air ride seat. It swivels around so that it can also be part of the living room. On this side, we have a platform that can be folded down to cover the stairwell here, and we have a jump seat that folds down so whoever's not driving can sit in that and be buckled in. This is our front mini split. It is a 12K unit, and then Bryant 3D printed these cute little hooks that hang up in the front of the dash. We recently put in these cellular blinds in the front here, and that's helped a lot with reducing the amount of heat that comes in through the front windows. Above the door here, we have a little control unit of things. This is just a tablet that we have wired up to show all of our solar information. Moving on from the driver's area, you take a step up into the living room. You'll notice the step here is because we worked around the wheel wells. Bryant really wanted this couch. It has heat, massage, and recline. We got a really good marketplace deal on it. We raised this platform up to accommodate that. And then on this side, we have an entertainment center that we intended on building, but a friend offered to build it for us instead. Here we have a 65-inch TV, another thing Bryant insisted on having. When we first got into the bus, he immediately was taking out tape and measuring out if it was going to fit. We have our record player here as well. He has that synced up to some little speakers that we can bring inside or outside. We also have a full surround system in here. It's a Sonos system. And then we have the 2 back speakers on this side, right behind the couch. We have a Tempest weather station on a pole up on the front mirror here. And this is just a visual display of everything that it's reading. It's hyper local weather for right here, right now. And then on this wall, all of his Xbox controllers, his laptop, and his keyboard. This is where he works during the day. He sits here and that connects to the TV, and he works from home on the couch here. Since we lifted this platform up off the ground a few inches, we didn't want to waste the space underneath. So we built a drawer that is the full length of this platform. I call it the mega junk drawer. This container just happened to perfectly fit for Kira's dog food. So we squeezed that in there. And then this side underneath the couch, we have our diesel heater. There's like a trap door that you can access. And then the diesel heater blows out both directions underneath the platform. This area between the living room and kitchen is just a Reva shelf, just with all of our spices and like dry goods and stuff in here. Moving on into the kitchen completely here, we have a propane powered oven. This is a really nice little range air. It's actually a convection oven, which I haven't seen a lot of, and it's only 24 inches wide. And then on top of it, we have a friend that had made us these custom cutting boards for it, and they come off in 2 pieces. So if we want to use one side or the other, it's easier to move them around. Behind that, we have a pot filler. People think it's like a super fancy thing, so we can like easily fill up pots on the oven. And then just past the oven, we have all these cabinets we custom made. I didn't like any of the drawer pulls I found, so I just got copper tees and wooden dowels and just made my own. I put like cane webbing in between here, and I just really like this green color, so we painted it that color. And then we didn't want to waste space under here, so we have toe kick drawers. And then another thing a lot of buses don't have is a dishwasher. So we've got a drawer style dishwasher. It's really small and uses minimal water. We have a decent sized kitchen sink, and then our faucet has just a regular faucet with a sprayer, and then we have like a water drinking faucet as well. All the water that comes in the bus goes through a 3-stage clear source water filter, and then everything that goes into the sink goes through a 4th stage that's behind here, and then the drinking water spout goes through a UV filter as well. So we could hypothetically pull from any relatively safe water source like a river and filter out our water and drink that. Bryant, he's a big coffee guy. We got a Ninja Luxe espresso machine. It does espresso, coffee, etc. In here we've got like Reva shelf pull-out shelves, and everything's soft closed, which I like a lot. Switching over to this side, this is a live edge table that I made. I just bought the wood and sanded it all down nice and then epoxied it. If we want more space in here, we can drop that down against the wall. We got a 48-inch window here and in the living room. Those came with the bus. And then these stools, they're adjustable in height. They also have storage inside. And then you can flip it over, raise it up, and that's like another little table. Over here, more food storage. on the top and bottom. And then we have clips to hold things closed when we're driving. And Bryant's got a 3D printer. He 3D printed this for me. It's a hexagon honeycomb storage wall. It's like a pegboard, like a fancy pegboard. My paints perfectly. Got all those hung up, so it's all nice and pretty and organized. So I like to sit here and paint a lot, and I do that. On both sides up top, we built shelving that spans most of the length of the bus. I think we like the openness of it. Bryant has a Yeti obsession, so we have all of our Yetis hanging on the hooks. And all of this stays like this when we're driving. Nothing has ever fallen off of these shelves. We just need to take stuff off of like this small shelf up here and the table and whatnot. A lot of my recent paintings are all over this back wall. And then as you move back this way, we have a fridge. It is almost full size, but it's just counter depth. But we've got double door and double freezer. We wanted the double freezer drawers. And this is the biggest one that would possibly fit through the door. We also have a microwave above the fridge that we use sometimes. Over here, we have our little control center. Bryant works in tech, so he configured a bunch of smart stuff into the bus and put it into Home Assistant. We have an air quality monitor here, and he has synced that up now so that when CO2 levels get too high, the vent fan automatically opens and exhausts air.
Everything that you see inside and out is stuff that Amber and I did. We didn't contract out to anybody to do anything except for these cutting boards and our entertainment center.
But we had never done any of this before. When we had our house, we did modifications and we built things. That's when we started doing like woodworking and stuff.
Nothing to this degree.
Nothing to this degree.
Yeah, looking back on it as a homeowner, I felt like now I'm way more skilled and experienced, and I was like, man, I was really a novice homeowner.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's improvements we could do, but for our first ever bus, I think we've done pretty good with everything.
As we carry on through the hallway here, I did an angled wall to kind of make our shower larger. You come through here, we got some of our cleaning supplies, vacuum mop, broom, and then just some hanging storage for coats and such. Another little secret storage, more vacuum parts under here. We just had that flip up because this was a large step coming up over the wheel well here. On this side of the hallway, you'll see all of our shoe storage. Bryant 3D printed a bunch of them, and your shoes just slide in and sit against the wall here. And then this is just a mirror with jewelry storage inside. From this side, you can see like the jewelry cabinet where I have a bunch of stuff. Through the hallway, you step down into the bedroom / bathroom area.
I just wanted to have in the bus was a nice sized shower, so I didn't feel like I was packed in there like a sardine showering. Yep. I can't start my day without a shower, so that was the biggest thing on my list.
So
and then it
I slaved over the custom shower for him.
Yeah, that was all her. She did all the tile work of it. I just framed the room, and then she made everything look beautiful. I had no hand in that.
It's fairly large shower for a skoolie. This was what we kind of built the whole bus around, made that as big as we could. We have a Nibia by Moen shower head. It's height adjustable. It uses 30% water than most showers, so it helps us conserve a little bit of water as well. And then this is our most expensive part of the bus. We have the Cinderella travel toilet. It's an incinerating toilet, runs off of propane and burns everything into a sterile compostable ash that you can dump out. It pulls air in from the side and it vents out a chimney through the roof. You open it up, there's a metal bowl here. You have to put a liner in. Use it like normal, close the lid, press a button to flush. It opens a hatch that drops down into the under compartment, and then you can lift the toilet up. There's a burn chamber underneath, and that's where everything goes. You have to empty that like every 70 flushes, and it tells you when it's time to empty it, which is pretty cool. Bryant also installed a small max air fan in the side of the bathroom for when I shower. We turn it on to help with moisture. And then underneath this wheel well, we also another little secret storage space for my heels and flip-flops that don't fit into the regular shoe storage there.
Probably the biggest challenge living in a bus, probably any nomadic travelers, whether you're in a bus, van, RV, is just where are you going to park? That's the biggest hurdle. We dealt with that even during the construction phase of the bus. It's not easy, you know. You have to talk to people and be willing to be like, hey, can I park here? You know,
Can we
like
do that? Yeah.
exchange services, maybe different things like that.
In our bedroom, we've got a washer dryer combo. It's an LG, I think this is 4.5 cubic foot one. We just built this area out, but we have storage for our baskets now. Above that is Bryant's 3D printer. We're printing something right now. And then the AMS and the dryer for the filament is up here. Another storage drawer under the washing machine. We just got these Sitio crates. They're collapsible and they have like little windows on the side that you can access as well. And there's just a little drawer in here as well. As our closets, we have it so light automatically comes on. And then we have baskets up top as well. This ottoman we use for me to get up on the bed because it's pretty high. Kira can use it to get on the bed as well, and it's also storage. So we double up on all the storage everywhere. We have a queen size bed. This is one of the only brand new things we bought. We got a lot of marketplace deals. I painted a little mural on the back wall here, and then Bryant 3D printed that little mountainscape and then put a light strip in it. And then a second mini split back here, and then we hooked up a projector over here, and then on this side we have a roller blind that we use as a projector screen.
Some advice for anybody looking to do this, any sort of tiny living, is to just jump in and do it.
Lots of research.
Lots
also.
of research for
Yes.
sure, but I think the thing that most people are hung up on is the thought of it. I mean, this is not a thing to take lightly for sure. It's a lot of work to do. You know, some people take years to build out their bus.
Yeah.
And I'm always surprised how quickly we were able to get our bus in this shape in such a short amount of time. If you're really on the fence and you're thinking about doing it, just go for it and just do it. Just jump in and do it. So.